Today, I am roasting my friend's website. Alice has just launched her new consultancy website. Today, I'll be providing some guidance, advice, and shredding the website to pieces. We're going to be kind. And Alice, tell us, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. And I want to note that the first question before I wanted to join Victoria's podcast, I asked her if she's going to roast me or not. And she said that, no, I'm not going to roast you at all. We're just going to go step by step, looking over your sections. And now I'm hearing what I'm hearing.
Yes, I lied to you because neutral views don't sell nor create views, not bring views on any social media. So we're going to roast you. We're going to be very unkind and people are going to watch this. We're going to analyze the stats to see if it works. Are you on board?
Let me just hide my shame if something happens.
We're doing glasses? Why not?
Yeah,
Glasses indoors?
My settings fit my glasses.
Let me see. I'm going to do glasses too. Why not? And then on the thumbnail, we're going to put glasses too.
Amazing. Summer vibe.
Yeah. Summer vibes. I'm in Bilbao, so I should be wearing these glasses, even though my background doesn't tell the story that you are telling in Lisbon. But let's go. Glasses indoors. Why not? Why not? I'm going to share the screen too, so that we can quickly take a look at your website. It's all really serious what we're doing today. Alice, tell us about your new website.
I decided to roll out my small boutique marketing agency more in a test mode. Oh my God, I cannot be serious while talking about it. I'm going to put it back in the meanwhile. So it's a boutique marketing agency for Web3, DeFi, and AI companies. And I did it more as a test mode. I would love to hear your opinion on the AEO part of this website, on the structure, the tools that I used to build this website. By the way, I used GitHub and I also used Cloud Code that helped me craft HTML. Yeah, we will go step by step and I'll see what I could change in the future to start flowing traffic, organic traffic to this website.
Amazing. So first of all, well done on launching your website. Whatever, from 0 to 1, there is infinite progress. So this is the first step, and I'm glad that you have launched a new website, because it's the first thing that you can sell to people. It's much better than a PDF. It's much better than a PowerPoint, than a LinkedIn profile. So this is to have this is infinite progress than what you had before. So well done for that. And in terms of structure, which will be both useful for SEO and GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. Here you mentioned that you are working with 3 audiences: Web3, DeFi, and AI companies. Web3 and DeFi could be one. Right? DeFi is part of Web3, and that you have you offer 5 services: GTM strategy, AI marketing system, product marketing, SEO, IO, B2B growth, and growth metrics. 6 services and 2 audiences. So the way that I would structure this website, which at the moment is one pager, is I would have a page per service and a page per audience. Yeah. You have 6 services. I would have 6 pages under services. And for audiences as well, I would have 1 page per audience, whether there are 2 or 3. That would make your website gain a bit more topical authority, and also it's easier to comprehend. If you have a service page for both LLMs and Google, if you have here /services, let's say that your service is GTM, Google go-to-market, let's say GTM, that is much easier to comprehend than everything all together in the same page. Yes, you have a question.
Do I understand correctly that from one landing page we start building up subdomains to expand the structure?
I wouldn't build subdomains. I would build internal pages if you can.
What is the difference between an internal page and a subdomain?
Well, a subdomain is interpreted many times as a new domain for SEO purposes. So it doesn't, all all of the authority you gain from backlinks are not automatically transferred to the subdomain. And that is a huge issue in Web3. People in Web3 like to split the equity of the website, and they have 15 subdomains, 20, 100 subdomains, because they don't have a content management system that allows them to create pages within the domain. So in the ideal scenario, everything should be at domain level. That is the way that the equity of your domain, the backlink juice of your domain gets split in the most efficient way. So I would recommend that you have everything at domain level as much as you can. Sometimes if you launch an app or something in another platform, you will need a subdomain, but everything that is marketing related, I will try to keep it on the same domain level. Yeah.
I see. So interesting, because I know that if you have relevant subdomains to your domain, that it also boosts your domain visibility by showing that this domain have, subdomains, not just pages. That's an interesting insight.
Not necessarily. No, subdomains don't generally boost your SEO. On the contrary, if you see my website, you see that I have, I think, around 100, 200 pages, and I have done this exactly as I told you. Services, you have a general overview of the service, and you go to each of these sub-services. So this is quite easy to understand, right? And I have case studies of the different industries I have worked with. Obviously, my core clientele is Web3. Therefore, I have a lot of case studies that are Web3 related. So that's the first thing I would do, because a one-pager will never rank. It's very hard for a one-pager to rank, even if the technical SEO is so right. Even if you have schema markup, even if you have the right titles and meta descriptions, you need topical authority. And this is something that people on LinkedIn, now that on LinkedIn, everybody with Claude is an SEO expert on LinkedIn. This is something that they don't explain enough. A one-pager it's almost impossible that it ranks. You have nailed your title, yes, and meta description. From your title, I understand what you do. Yeah, but if I had, let's say, 10 pages, we have 10 pages will be at least 6 service pages and 2 audience pages. It would gain a bit more topical authority. Case studies would also be great to have them here, one separated in each page. And yeah, we are not talking, it's not going to be a one pager anymore. It's going to be 10 to 15 pages. The same way that you're quite active on podcasts and you share your knowledge in different conferences and on X. So I think that a blog where you can share those, it would be fantastic, because here you have a speaking page. I have a speaker page as well, and they're about speaker. So
nice.
Each of these, here you have all the presentations where I have spoken. I have it on my list to do to update this, but it's everything that I do is on the website. The source of truth is my website. Obviously, you can go to LinkedIn, to X, and to other platforms, and you're gonna see different bits. But if you want the holistic view, it's the website, because LLMs are gonna take your information about you from many places. But your website is your best chance to control the narrative.
Yeah, and when I was doing my website, and I usually also do websites for other companies, sometimes companies want sacrifice SEO and AO for a sleek design, for minimalistic concept. For example, if you go to Apple, you will see in Apple that they have a pretty interesting layout. But I wanted to ask for opinion, how much can we sacrifice for a better user experience? For example, on your pages, on your website, I see a lot of content. I instantly get overwhelmed, especially when you show to me SEO and speaker page. My question is, what is the trade-off here? Do I really want to make it more user-friendly and make it more minimalistic and focus on user journey? Or shall I, forget everything and, say fuck you and just go with SEO and AEO tactics?
It depends on who your audience is. We know that your audience will be more and more agents and machines. So when we define a funnel, we have to be aware of who is the audience. In this case, my main source of leads is LLMs, people coming from LLMs. So the LLMs are ranking me quite highly, and then the person comes to make the last decision. But when I see the Calendly, there's an option on Calendly that says, how did you find about me? The second most important source of leads for me after referrals at the moment is LLMs. So the LLM has already filtered out me as a candidate, and the person comes into the middle or bottom of the funnel to book a call. But I don't think you have to sacrifice SEO or design. I think that both visions could live, but obviously you can distribute the information in different websites. You can distribute the information in different containers in a different way. If you find this, I'm not saying do the same as me. I'm saying find a way where you can show authority and you like the design.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. For example, I shared with you one website. It's sqd.dev. And this is my friend's company, and I really loved how they did their website catering for humans and agents. So I wanted to ask, what do you think? What do you think about the layout when you are separating your web page and you are crafting a completely separate page in your domain, but all in Markdown file in the wall of text structured for AI agents?
So the way they have done this is just a link to the LLM TXT. It's not a new website. So we know that agents and machine in general like TXT files and MD files more than anything. So here they have, this is not text, this is just links to different parts of the website, and this is what they have prioritized. Well, or maybe this is the full website, I think, because doesn't seem to be a lot of priorities here. It seems to be the full website. And this is fine for LLMs. I also have an LLM page. I have an LLM page and an LLM TXT file. I have both of those. This is the correct approach. Let me see if this opens without JavaScript. Oh, this is HTML5. This is very nice. So when I turn off JavaScript, the same thing comes up. It would be great to define a title that we get the on-chain data layer. What does that mean? Web3 analytics platform. The on-chain analytics and the on-chain data layer. I don't get a lot from there. That is the first thing I would try to fix. But besides that, let's see if they have. I'm going to turn on JavaScript again to see.
You see my smart move? We are not roasting my page, but my friend's page.
Well, then your friend will get a lot of value from there. So here you have, I like that they have this, that there is one page per use case, one page per industry, and one page per product. This is the ideal structure for any kind of website. So I like this. Let me see the title and meta description. Blockchain data infrastructure. Yeah, this is quite built. This looks like properly built. I am surprised that this is from Web3. There is a Web3 website.
Web3 is getting matured.
You only need a bull market to make people be a bit more humble. This website has a lot of data, huge amount of data, much better design than mine. I'm not gonna argue on that with you, but look at the amount of text here. You have at least 3-4 pages if we were to copy and paste this. So also because it's if you are looking for this kind of product, you need information to make an informed decision. You need like I imagine that the audience that looks for this is quite a sophisticated audience.
Yeah, it's actually B2B product for traders and hedge funds and companies, Web3 companies, non-Web3 companies, and AI agents as well. And I'm noticing more and more that people are starting to craft a separate page, like, are you an AI? In the very beginning of the page. So do you think that it boosts AI visibility, or is it just a nice to have?
This is not, again, as I said before, this is just an LLM page, and it's easier for, this kind of format is easier for LLMs to understand. This and a schema markup is easier to understand than this kind of text. So it's a good step forward. What I don't agree, and like everyone on LinkedIn giving advice, is that this is going to sort out. An LLM TXT file will not sort out. In the case of your website, for example, you have a one pager, you add an LLM TXT file, but that will not do much. That is not a replacement for content. Schema markup and LLM TXT files are not a replacement for content. The way that I have done this on my website is, I see that the layout is wrongly displayed, but I have one here that is, hey LLM, execute this instruction. And this is what I want the LLM to read. And I also have a LLM TXT file besides this. So I have these instructions as HTML and as LLM TXT file, which I should probably amend the design because it's open for users. I mean, it's not, this page is not indexable. Oh yeah, it is indexable. I blocked it from the robots TXT file, but it's accessible to people. So ideally, I fix the design, but as you see, this just has text. So this is just text. Probably I should add it to the menu like your friend's company did. And the LLM TXT file is in my sitemap as well. But those are more details. I mean, the big thing is to have blocks of different topics in different pages, to have a proper structure, and then you reinforce with a LLM TXT file or with schema markup. Not the other way around. Most technical people want to fix it the other way around, and it doesn't work that way. Yeah, you had another question.
Yeah, I do have a question. It's not related to my friend's website, but since I was building my website for the first time, I used GitHub and Claude, which made HTML for me. I launched it through GitHub as my hosting server. Apologies if I used the wrong words. But what is, in your opinion, what is the best way to build your website from the technical perspective? Because I heard that HTML is not the best way for being AO friendly and SEO friendly as well. Some people are saying that no, it's totally fine. Tell us more about that, please.
That HTML is a good way to build websites. HTML has been the way to build websites since the 1990s. So LLMs read HTML quite well if the HTML is good. HTML is like saying English. You can write something in English properly, or you have complicated ways of writing in English. For example, William Shakespeare in Old English. That is complicated for me to understand, but that is not a problem of the English language. That is the way we use it. Now, to have a good HTML structure where we have an H1, H2, H3, we have bullet points, we have the content split into different pages. Yeah, that will definitely increase the likelihood of you being cited. So what you have done here, we have H1, H2, H3. By the way, I would add your core keyword to your H1 because the H1 is the most important HTML element after your title. So
what would you add here?
I would say that your H1 is AI native GTM advisory. This one could be. Your H1 doesn't need to be big and flashy. It's just a tag. You could have an H1 that is small, but it's marked as H1.
I see. That's super cool to know.
Yeah. So this is, generally the H1 tends to be the most flashy or the biggest title, but it doesn't need to be. I can change it from here. Like if I could say that this one is your, can I change this from here? If I inspect it, yeah, this is a P class. You can change it. You could change this P to H1. Then you change the style. This can have anything here, anything. I would have this as an H1. Actually,
then, the second phrase becomes H2.
And this big one, you can have it as H2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have done this for other websites. I had a client that we did this because they wanted the big flashy thing. They wanted it. You see, bank on yourself. Bank on yourself means nothing. But here you see H1. Meso is a Bitcoin finance app that empowers you to live off Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So that is this. Why? Because designers and copywriters want this to be generally they choose this to be the H1 that makes problems with the rest of with the SEO team. So, but you don't have to. Anything can be, you can have any kind of tags on the website. So in order not
it's
to
just
get
something you elaborate on the background with the code.
Sorry?
It's just something that you elaborate on the background with the code. And I even see that you don't have to sacrifice the user experience and the flashy design for the sake of SEO, because you can just, polish everything in the code and it'll be totally fine.
Yeah, more than ever, it's easy to do all of these adjustments and just say, okay, everything moves in my page, but I know that agents and LLMs cannot read JavaScript. What kind of fallback can we have? And we are in a time where all of these things takes minutes. It has never been easier to have decent design, decent copy, decent SEO, decent motion and animations without sacrificing any of those. You can have all of those components living together, and in 5 minutes in Lovable or Cloud Code or whatever platform of your choice. You decide to go for website design.
Yeah, I see. Thank you so much for these insights. That's been very helpful.
Thank you, Alice, for booking this call. And I hope to see the next iteration of your website soon. And
another roast.
Another roast. And I think that we should put the glasses back for the last.
For me to hide my shame, I don't know why you need the glasses.
Oh, because I thought that we were on the same page.
Well, we are. You need to change the background.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we have just already shot everything. Maybe on the edition. Maybe when I edit, I put a background that matches yours. So to sum up, the main takeaway here is to change the H1 to fit your keyword, and to have one page per service and one page per audience you serve. And that has been all. Thank you so much, Alice, for this. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please subscribe. Go to Alice's website and hire her as well. Subscribe, leave comments, do whatever you want that make me feel special. Thank you. Bye.
And you are special. Thank you.